Do you know what Waterborne is? It's where you can get news about the Jamaican culture and just learn about how Jamaicans are doing as a yard and abroad.
Salut tout le monde, ici Carrière La Flamme. T'aimes le reggae en français, en anglais, qui vient du Canada, du Québec et de la Jamaïque? Écoute Gwaan.
So, rope in and come check out the thing now. It's Gwaan.
I live in the UK and I enjoy tuning in to Gwaan.
I am a big fan of Gwaan. I'm always looking forward for the great vibes, the great things. They discuss a lot of things that are going on in Calgary, across Canada, and of course Jamaica. So I encourage.
This is what is going on in Jamaica. But check out Gwaan.
Every Friday at 7 p.m. Calgary time.
You get to learn a new Jamaican patois word or even a Jamaican trick.
I look forward to the patois word of the day, feeding my nostalgic mood with flavor and spice. Only Jamaicans can do.
Watch Gwaan.
It happens every Friday, 7 p.m. So check them out. And bye from Toronto.
Watch Gwaan.
Yo,
Watch Gwaan.
Relevant and entertaining, so keep up the good work.
Watch Gwaan.
Tune in, share, listen to Gwaan.
big up yourself. Gwaan 2022. Bless up.
Gwaan. Yes, Gwaan.
Watch Gwaan.
Always you're going to know what Gwaan in a yard. Check it out. 7 p.m. every Friday.
Gwaan. Hi, welcome. My name is Shelly and I'll be your host this evening. So who may be? I was born and raised in Linstead, St. Catherine. Enjoyed a wonderful childhood. Big up St. Diego. I am a St. Diego girl. My husband and I migrated to Quebec, Montreal in 2018. We've had a wonderful time and a great support of our success here has been the Jamaica Association of Montreal. And it is my pleasure to be a part of this wonderful program, this great team, Gwaan. So welcome. We have a wonderful show lineup for you. Donovan, he will tell you more about what we'll be chatting about this evening. But first, let us talk about the patois word of the day. Capacetic. No, before you say anything, we all know how spelling patois is a very individualistic thing. But let me tell you, this is our way today, and the word is capacetic. So I invite you to write in the comments what exactly capacetic mean, and if you can use it in a phrase, because right now, Gwaan, for me, everything capacetic. Yeah? So come on, join in the chat. Tell us what you really think capacetic mean, and use it in a sentence. Capacetic? All right. Now, last week, we didn't have a show because we all celebrated Canada Day here in Canada. I hope you had a great time with friends and family and even just simply relaxing wherever you are. But the week before, I was not a host, but I was a guest with a wonderful person, Jason Martin. We spoke about why did you come to Canada? For me, it was a great experience as I realized that we all have similar experiences as new and old immigrants to Canada. And I would imagine any other place in the world that Jamaicans find themselves. And we find ourselves everywhere. For me also, I learned so much from Jason's experience, and having that shared conversation about what we've learned, how we came here, what our experience have been, has caused me to even reconsider and to aspire to achieve some things that I maybe would not have thought about had we not had that very interesting conversation last week. Also, I was most excited how we all spoke about community. For me, again, it's the Jamaican Association of Montreal. And we have these Jamaican associations across Canada, across the world, actually, as we realize that when we come together with shared experience, helping each other, this migration experience is stronger. We empower each other, and that gives us more opportunities to give back home. Yeah. So, as I would say with anyone coming to a new space, find your community, because in your community there is strength. So last week was wonderful. And just in case you missed any of our shows, check us out the replay on What a Gwaan YouTube channel or Facebook page. And you can find the link on our website, whatagwan.ca. All right. What a Gwaan across Canada in our communities. Calgary. In Calgary, the JCAA is having Grab and Galang on July 9th. The menu includes fish, jerk chicken, ackee and sawfish, and more. No, curbside pickup is available. So visit www.jcaalberta.com to order and for more information. In Winnipeg, Yard Vibes is hosting an all-white dance hall night on July 23rd at the Four Crowns Restaurant and Bar at 9 p.m. Dress code is in effect. Yes, so dress your best in your white. Early bird tickets are on sale for $30, so get your tickets soon. Contact at Yard Vibes Promotion on their Facebook or Instagram page, or email them at yardvibespromotion@gmail.com for more information. Yeah, that one sounds really good. Now, in Calgary, the Canadian Association is hosting their third annual backpack distribution. Pickup is at the JCAA building while supplies last. So contact them at 403-775-1235 or email them at events@jcaalberta.ca. What a Gwaan down at Toronto. The JCA Recovery Summer Picnic is July 10th. Adults are $40 and children under 12, $25, which includes park fees, transportation, and refreshments. That is a good deal. Now, last minute people, this is July 8th. The event is July 10th. You have some time. So go ahead and contact them at 416-746-5772, extension 249, or membership events at jcaontario.org for more information. So, enough things are going. Be there, enjoy yourself. And again, visit our website, ask us for more information, get into the chat, because you know what I go on to. I love this segment because it brings back good memories. Spot the place. Spot the place. Okay, it is in Jamaica. That is a place. Clues. It's in the parish of St. Thomas. It's locally referred to as Dam Head. Of course, it's a wonderful tourist attraction. Can you spot the place? No, add it to the comments. Tell me where you think this is. Do you know? Mm. I look forward to your comments. Come on, get in there. Let us know. It's now time to reason with our one and only Donovan Simon. Simon, love him.
Shelly. Oh, go on.
You're copacetic.
I'm carpathetic all the time. See, I can't help but being carpathetic.
Oh, copacetic. No, that is a different spelling altogether.
No, that's the tone version.
Ooh, well,
Like,
because you say me come from country, not true.
no, but you know what? Respect. Mega big you. First of all, welcome to Watagwan. I mean,
Thank you.
on this side of the equation, you've been with us before as a host, as a guest, but now you kind of joined the team. So welcome. And also we have to kind of declare this because I am from a little town called Bogwalk.
Fagwalk.
Never say Hagwalk, man. I say
No,
Bogwalk.
fagwalk because I know fag there.
Nah, man, fuck there everywhere, man. What do you?
You true. Sure.
What may I try to say that we come from a close enough space. In fact, I went to primary school in Linstead because I am part of the Rosemount All Age alumni.
My mother taught at Rosemount.
All right, maybe she did teach me.
Mrs. McFarlane, Lucy
Yeah,
McFarlane.
ma'am, I know Miss McFarlane. I did bright, so I skip fair class.
Because she used to beat them bad.
Yeah, man, she did wicked, man. She teach grade 4.
Yes.
Grade 4. But when I did liquor, I did bright. So
you skip the links.
So we skip grade 4. You know, but we had some wonderful teachers at that school, you know. Mr. Buck, Miss Murphy.
Yes, Mr. Buchanan. Yes.
Yeah, man. Some great teachers. So you see, we have some links.
Never know.
Like we work out the links good because Nicole did come from around a Bongo town.
Good place.
Yeah, man. I mean, she turned out good. So when I complain, but you know what? We're gonna do a little reasoning and explain to the folks who are going. I'm not seeing too many comments, but I know some people are on. Yeah. So Miss Woon contact you. All right, folks. Greetings. Welcome again to Time to Reason here on Watagwan and Donovan Simon. Listen. First of all, we're gonna make it clear. Today we're going to talk about summer travels, things to think about, things to do, and we had Angella Bennett, who is the director for the JTB here in Canada, and Fiona Bowen, the president of the Canadian Travel Agents Association, all lined up to come on board. But guess what? Both of them are Rogers customers in Ontario, and I think everybody in Canada knows that Rogers has been having a major outage today with their internet service, and both of our guests are on that particular service. So unfortunately, they're not going to be with us. Yes, Clarence, I see you. Big up, brother. But we're going to still have a reasoning. Because you know what, we always have things to talk about, and we want to ensure that we use the time well. And what I thought we would do today, I'm going to talk about some travel because I kind of just come back off a little travel myself. And I figure there are a few things that we can share. One is the fact that anywhere you go, you see Jamaicans. Anywhere you go. And I'm going to share a little bit of an experience about that. And then what we're going to do is to reschedule this discussion over the next week or two. Hopefully we can get both Fiona and Angella back, because there's a ton of things to consider. You know, I just came back from Europe, a wonderful trip into the UK and France. I was in a city in France called Lille, and go out on the road one day. Now, me not speak well. I don't speak a lot of French. I know a few French words, and I could make a few sentences, but I didn't want to tease them with my French. right? So I just stuck to English, and most of the places that I went into, I did ask if they spoke English, and they were quite comfortable with it. The big thing for me, though, was that the second day I'm in Lille, is a Jamaican t-shirt that must up on the road. Yeah, man. A Jamaican t-shirt must up on the road. I'm going to big up the lady, you know, and say, yeah, anywhere we go, yeah, get her a fist pump and thing. And just walk around and say, boy, it's just absolutely amazing that no matter where we go, you know, and I've been fortunate to have gone to a number of places. Maybe the most interesting one for me, and I've also seen this in France. I had gone to the Eiffel Tower once, and there's little, I don't know what you call them. It's like a buggy that does tours around the place, and it show up with a pure Bob Marley, the man a play. Pure Bob Marley, and him draped it with a Jamaican flag and all the rest of it. Right? I mean, I said, boy, this is wicked. You know, you have to love it. And then I think another thing about traveling, I was in Shanghai a few years ago, you know, far in China. I'm going to tell you, when you go to China, appear people, road and people. That is one of the things I guess about China, right? Right? Yes, Vance, what go on? Road and people. And they have these bikes, little, you know, in Jamaica, what I call them scooter, right? Because they're a real big bike. It's like a scooter, but them scooter, they can carry a whole heap of things. Because them have a way of put some bamboo thing across it and have 2 baskets on each side. I'm going to tell you, loaded. But what was cool was there was one of them that was draped in a Jamaican flag. Yeah, man, it's a pity if I did plan for the show, Papa, I have a picture of it. A scooter in Shanghai. And trust me, there's about 1 billion people in Shanghai. Enough. I'm going to say enough people, right? And, you know, when you know, what was interesting about that travel for me was, it's like when the pedestrian light changed, it's about 1 million people cross the road one time. It's just an amazing thing. And, you know, we go all over the world, and one thing you're guaranteed, I can promise you that, a Jamaican or somebody with some Jamaican connection is going to be there. I promise you. You know, I was in Germany, Frankfurt, to be specific, going down a road. I killed some time. I think it was during Euro 2020, or just before the pandemic, I think, somewhere around them time there. And I'm not a man that curse about a Jamaican battered. I guess I never do it, but you know, I don't use a lot. But when I go down the road, I look for a place that somebody told me to go and find some food, and a peer battered me or you cuss. And you just start laugh. I say, yard man, yeah man. Anyway, yard man, you know. And he might tell about some money, he might send some money at Jamaica, Western Union or whatever, and you know, people do this or whatever. And the man in Bridge and I go down the road. Of course, the interesting thing is that I don't think the Germans or whoever else were there had a clue what he was saying. Which is part of I think the charm of our language, and you know, we can enjoy it among ourselves, right? But there's just something about going to all these different places, and there's a Jamaican there, authentic as ever, and it's just really a really cool feeling. So listen, we're going to have a little reasoning, and what I'm going to do, because Shelley knew, and because me and her come from St. Catherine, right? I am from Bogwalk, not Fogwalk, right? And she come from, you know, the renowned Linstead, with the great old Linstead market and all of that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to bring Shelly on, and we're going to have a little chat, because we're going to use the time well. But here's what I want of you. You know, we've changed this format a little bit. So I see some people on here who are Staples and Gwaan, Clarence and Vance and whoever else is watching. Today, you're going to have to help us out, right? Put some comments in the comment section, ask some question, tell us what you think of the show, how we have changed it, you know, the hosts that we've brought on, the guests, maybe some topics that you want us to discuss, right? So you have to help us out today for really make this time worth it. We're not going to stay the whole hour, even though Shelly can have enough to say. So, right. But from my side, I you know, I'm gonna try and keep it tight. But help us to make this really a conversation with all of us today. I'd have loved to have Angella and Fiona on to talk about travel, because I want to tell you, And yeah, bring on Shelly, producer. Make Shelly come in the conversation. Shelly, what got?
We're there.
You're there.
Yeah.
You're there. But seriously, about this whole travel thing, like, you know, I was in Heathrow this last week coming back to Canada. And because of all of the stories I've been hearing about Pearson, I make sure I avoid, you know, any connection. So directly into Calgary, great flights and all the rest of it. But I'll tell you, a long time I see so much people in that airport. People are traveling.
Yeah.
If there's any doubts or questions that, you know, there's reservations about COVID, and I don't know what the news strain is, B54.7 or whatever it is, and it mixes up with monkeypox too, right? But it must stop people from traveling all over the world. You know, in the last year, I've traveled about 3 times, and every time the plane them full, and a big plane them too. You know, I mean, the flight over to Europe was a Dreamliner, so you're talking about 300 plus seats, and no seat, no empty. They tell you from early, say, boy, you know, check your bag because they're not sure about the space.
Yeah.
When I went into Heathrow coming back home, I have never seen a security line so long.
Whoa.
And I've been fortunate to be in many of the big airport them. I said the line long and twist up till it you're confused because you can't find the start of the line. Right? There are multiple people just getting you to the start of the line. Right? But the system efficient still because you get through. You know, by the time you look by your watch at 30 minutes or stuff, but you reach up there and them check your thing. Granted, in my head, man, I say, boy, them not look by everything anymore. So people are getting with things. But there are tons of people traveling all over the world. So, folks, if you are questioning the reservations of people, and I can understand why the system is under stress right now, right? I was on a train over to France, you know, on the road, and people like dirt.
You know, I think after the pandemic, 2 years and counting, people are kind of wanting to get out. People,
broke out and just get out.
Yes.
Broke out.
They want Dede. But there are others like myself who are very hesitant to travel at this point. You know, still.
Yeah. Trust me. When I first traveled post, all right, not even post pandemic. I wouldn't really not even know when post pandemic started. There are a couple of things I was conscious about. One was wearing a mask for the entire flight. Not about the vaccination thing and all the rest. That's another story. And I wondered, well, you do it, you know, Calgary to Toronto, 4+ hours, you know, almost 8 hours on a flight over there. So you take it off and you eat some food and drink some water. And then people start game the system for a little bit. You know, the people might take 2 hours for drink one bucket. 2 hours for drink one bucket of water till the people have to say, boy, no.
Is a yard man.
You have to put on back your mask. Or you know, I was on a flight because I've been to Jamaica during this time, you know, and you know the people that wear the mask on them joke. And the flight attendant, them have to constantly walk around and say to them, no, it has to be over your face, cover your face. You know, you have people them look up and say, well, as them walk with them dry them, you know, and thing. But you get used to it. You get used to the fact that, listen, this is what it is. Because I feel that the desire to get out and about and to try to get back to some sense of normal trumps the fact that this is uncommon and this is unusual, and in some cases this is uncomfortable. Here's the other thing. I think what I've seen in traveling around, and here I am now comparing Canada, Europe, and Jamaica, is that people have also become comfortable with the risks associated with COVID.
Yeah.
So as far as they're concerned, me take the risk, because them travel, them eat food, them do all the other things that are possibly points of contact. And therefore what I'm saying is that people comfortable with this thing, right? and people have kind of also learned where some of the risk points are, and then they make that that conscious, or in some cases unconscious decision. So, for example, for me, it was the crowded spaces. I'm gonna wear my mask.
Yes.
Right. The outdoor space, I'm more comfortable. I'm say, you know what, breeze I gonna blow this thing and kill it or whatever I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my risk factor is a little lower. But when me lock up, and train coach, right, our stuff, I go wear my mask, for whatever protection it provides. But it not gonna limit me, right?
I think a lot of us have also graduated to moving away from fear to where we have to live with this now. It is a part. It's just like the flu. We have to live with it and protect ourselves and do the vaccination if you're vaccination.
If you're not pro-vaccine, because me never pro-vaccine, but I'm one of the first to tell you, you do it. I do it for convenience. For say, boy, you know what, and folks, I am not going to say, I take 2 because that is the minimum you can deal with for move around. And my thing was more a move around. Because I say, boy, I don't know the vaccine, and I have questions about certain things about it as well. But I say the same thing about Frito-Lay or Popeye's chicken or KFC, right? But me ingest too, right?
Yeah.
I'm pay for all that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the risks that come with it, who knows?
Yeah.
But the convenience of being able to move, right? Granted, now in retrospect, we look on some of the things and say, oh, some of them never make no sense. Because the people still are running around with the past strain 13 now. Because it's a virus, so it was always going to evolve. But the point I'm going to make is, I'm going to say, Francis is a travel agent, so big up Francis, right? Who says, I'm sure to people, listen, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I think that is the key about all of this. Like in anything else, take care of yourself. And what I'm seeing out there is that people say, "Boy, you have to live."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But in the same way of taking care of yourself, you're also taking care of others around you.
Yeah, man.
So there's a sense of responsibility that we have to not only take care of. In taking care of ourselves, we are also
because me come back, me do a test. I say, okay, let me see why Gwaan, because there's in Europe, at least in the UK, there were questions being asked. You see it on the news in the newspaper about the rise in cases and the new strain and all the rest of it, and whether or not they were going towards some kind of lockdown, right? Because the numbers, at least in that part of the world, is increasing. Granted, I said to myself, boy, but people are come from everywhere. Cause I pay a big plane flying at them place.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Like when you sit down at them airport and like Kingston, my boy, at the odd big plane. I pay a big plane flying at them place there. I don't see no small plane unless the small plane goes somewhere. Goes somewhere else. But I pay a big plane, and I was sitting there saying to myself, look on this. Plane I come from China, I come from Baltic, I come from Germany, everywhere. And there was a plane landing at that airport every 2 minutes, at least for the time when me did it. So people have come from all about that carrying whatever I'm carrying. I'm sure they are carrying all kind of strain, right? And it a mix up with them one another. And I create whatever it create. But the fact of the matter is that people seem comfortable moving.
Yes. Yes.
Right? People seem comfortable and move, and I think it's something that we have to accept. And even though the vaccination rates, I think, vary in different countries. Because Jamaica, I don't think Jamaica reached 20%. The vaccination rate, right? People are not necessarily, sold on it and bought into what it is all about. But tourists are going to Jamaica from when?
Yes.
Right. The restrictions have been lifted. People have moved on, right? Around, till, the government fly the gate and people say, all right, they're out the road. But you look on the part of them are going to Jamaica.
Well,
people broke out as them, even if them not travel. People broke out the part of them lit. And nothing of that Jamaica now we're not full.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing here in Montreal. This is jazz season. This is festival season,
Yeah.
and everything pack. The road pack, party pack, yard pack, everywhere pack.
So people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some people on the line. So listen, like I said earlier, help us with some comments. What is your experience? What is your take on moving around and what I'm going to call the post-pandemic breakout, and not breakout of the next strain, but people wanting to be out. Mr. People on here from Toronto, from Calgary, from Montreal. What are you seeing from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Right. I was talking to a friend of mine in Jamaica the other day, and she said, "Boy, she started go back to church and she stopped because the people know how to wear the mask." I said, but they don't have to wear the mask no more, right? There's that sense of freedom, right? Yes, the vans as about people, people people have to move around, right? And the isolation, I think, is one of the things. People are naturally social and they want to get out. So yeah, more comments, people. Francis, the travel business, what are the things that people are concerned about, especially going to Jamaica, right? New attractions and all kinds of stuff, big new hotels, and here's the other thing, Shelley, the price them not dropping.
Them increase.
In fact, the price them gone up and the plane them still full.
Yes.
And the place them still full.
Yes.
One of the things I thought that was very interesting, and I was in Europe for a lot of meetings. So you're meeting and you go out in the evenings, go. I suppose support the economy is one way to look at it. But also to suck up some of the culture.
Yeah.
One of the things I found was none of these places were seemingly empty.
Yeah.
Right? I am going down streets, getting to the different places we're going, especially in the evening when, we're going out for food and drinks and all the rest of it. And I was like, this economy, at least the entertainment and hospitality side of it seems to be booming. Because none of the places them not empty. See,
I was in Old Port. When was it? Monday. A friend and I we had in Montreal we had dinner, and it was packed of tourists, like tourists galore, and people were out and party and music, and you're like, on a Monday. Yes.
That may I say.
Yeah.
Because I was mentioning to some of my colleagues that I can understand, tourists and stuff going in, but I think a lot of the locals are out. This was midweek,
Yes.
I was in one city Tuesday, Wednesday, another city Thursday, Friday, another city Saturday, Sunday. And I'm like, Tuesday, Wednesday was no different than Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's a whole day thing as well, because, one of the things I like about Europe is that them know if they entertain themselves, one person said gastronomy is a very important part of their culture.
Yeah. Same here in Montreal. Same here.
So,
I see Prudence, happy Friday, what a Gwaan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, big up Prudence,
Fran, no worry about me, man. Everything copacetic. All right, Fran. Look like you know what I want. You know what I want.
Well, just spell it the proper way.
Sharon, Montreal. Hello.
Big up, big up. Yeah, so it's I think as people and as a culture, I think it's something that we embrace this need to mix and mingle and have a good time, and I think gone is this whole concept of social distancing, folks. Right? Right now we have to just accept that, boy, listen, you take your risk, deal with it. Where you think there is the need to apply some caution, you apply the caution. But outside of that, like the world, I don't think the world is waiting on anybody to kind of say, boy, I broke out and get out. And if you think it paused, trust me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People are doing it. One of the things I heard somebody say over the past week was people have also gotten a greater appreciation of life because of the pandemic.
Yes.
And the need to live.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Some people have lost loved ones. Some people have seen what the restrictions mean to being yourself and to embracing life. And the fact that we're now at a point where you are seemingly, because to me, it's not back to the old days. It's the post pandemic and moving forward. I think people are saying, no, man, for live. People are taking more staycations. People are embracing what's happening around them. I've talked to people both here and in other places, and they have discovered in the last 2 years gems that are around them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That previously they wouldn't even have considered.
Because they're so busy doing everything else. But once you get the pandemic caused us to stop and to reevaluate. But why? Why am I doing all of this?
And so therefore, I said maybe people are also less afraid of dying and say, boy,
willing to
you're
take
right.
the risk.
You have to live. You have to live. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and she's off on an airplane today, fulfilling a bucket list item.
Yes.
Okay, she said, boy, Donovan, who knows?
Too short. Because we were in a position where we thought this was it. This is where humans, this is we're done.
Yeah.
But then, I was talking to a friend, and for me, the pandemic caused me to pause. And when I thought about, okay, so Shelley, if this is it, what have I not done that I want to do more of? And only one word came: travel. Travel.
Yeah.
Travel. So, we all have that need to, it's not even just travel. And I look forward to us when we have to talk about summer travels. But is to be around people, is to experience new things, is to be in nature, is to explore beyond yourself and beyond your immediate space, to again feel alive and be a part of, the life that we were restricted for 2 years.
Here's what I take out of it, and we kind of segue into kind of what are some of the lessons learned. I've done a couple of these shows, and we talk, especially early in the pandemic, and helping people to kind of understand what is going on and how to appreciate it. The big thing I take out of it is, listen, people, we have to live. Define live however you choose to, right? But you can't just exist, right? There is living, and there is the need to embrace the gift of life. Because listen, enough people drop out in the last 2 years.
Yes.
Right? Enough. Right? Some people might have been close to you, relatives, friends, people who may have looked on and thought, they had a long runway ahead of them, and here comes this thing unprecedented, right?
Yeah.
And to that extent, you kind of have to pause and say, listen, man, I'm still the boat, right? I'm not care which strain there is, you have to live. And, the fear has to be replaced by something with a little bit more strength and a little bit more positive, right? In order to move us all forward, right? The other thing that I think is important is also embracing and determining what's important. Right. I was talking to some of my colleagues at work just this week, and one of the things I was saying to them was, too often we get comfortable and take a lot of things for granted. Right. The job and the way that the process works, the sustainability of your company and your routine, driving to work, and all of the things, traveling to meet a customer, and all the things that previously seemed so normal, and it has to be that way. I've been working with a team now for about 7 months, and this Thursday was the first time I met some members of my team. We live in the same city. And we collaborate, we work, we have met goals, we have made changes, and we've never met in person. I didn't feel odd. That would have never happened prior to the pandemic, right?
But and we should even note here that this show is produced by people across Canada,
Good.
and we've roped in people outside of Canada. So
Good.
it
Good.
really, yeah.
And look on the vibes. I want to tell
Yeah.
you that, if there's one thing I can tell you, the vibes that we have when we just jump on a platform every week, things that we know each other a long time.
You that thing say we did neighbor.
Like words like that you come from Leeds, like that. That checks about is a alumni thing, right? But here we are, Montreal, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Toronto, just a gel, So, but it's a new world order.
It is, and so rightly that we've learned a lot about ourselves,
Yeah,
about our people, about our humanity. So, and thanks Garfield, I know that name very well. Good positive vibes.
the guy for himself. Look at that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So Clarence, I say,
Clarence, I love it.
Fulfill
Fulfill your bucket list of life. Life short.
What to do the thing, and and it's part of the reason why we even keep doing this program.
Yeah.
I want to big up everybody who is online, because some of them, like I said, I know some of these names, who continue to support us and share and all the rest of it. But one of the things that the pandemic has also helped us with is finding purpose and translating that purpose to even connect with more people, right? A program like Gwaan, which started off as a little idea for say, it continues to spread and reach and connect, because we have also learned through the last 2 years that connections are important.
Yes.
Connecting to our culture is important. And finding ways to enhance that and build that is something that we may have taken for granted.
Yes.
Because we could have just walk out this and reach our one dance or reach our one party or reach out the association or whatever, and then that was cut off. And know that it's that come back, we crave it even more, and
it electrifying, and it goes back to even the discussion we had 2 weeks ago with Jason.
Yeah.
Community is key, and I think as Jamaicans living in outside of Jamaica, I find, as I mentioned earlier, that having that kind of community connection, pandemic or no pandemic, and it even dig deeper once you go through some trials and tribulation.
Yeah, man.
So finding your community, and this Gwaan is an international community all have to be a part of. Yes.
Well, I tell you, no matter what we do, we have to go and do it, and we have to go and hold the fort and stuff.
Yes.
So people, listen, but we just hold a little reason. Like I said, today we're going to talk to Angella and Fiona about summer travels. We're still going to do it. In fact, both of them are excited to come on and talk about what's happening in the industry, what's happening for Jamaica. Lots of good things happening for tourism in Jamaica. In fact, more airlift, more plane, more at the airline them fly go down there, some big hotel up, more attractions. I was down there earlier this year, and it's always refreshing, trust me. As much as I like going all over the world and seeing other places, there's something really special about flying into Jamaica, getting into Jamaica, feel the heat, for anybody who hasn't gone back in a little bit, trust me, you see, when you come out of the immigration hall and the door open and the heat lick you, trust me, right? So, and no matter what time of year when I go, no long sleeve and jacket, folks. Because trust me, when the door open and the heat lick you,
remember,
wicked, different. I want your transition still until you go get the car and the people then pick you up, right? or whatever happened, but it's just a different kind of. There's just that little moment that I appreciate when I travel back to Jamaica. It's just one of them cool things. Two big things for me. One is when the descent starts into Jamaica, right? And the sea, there's nothing, the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, man, wicked. You just have a nice little feeling. And then when you see the first sight of Jamaica, and, for those who, I love flying. I really do. Yeah. And, knowing them start line up, I'm say, okay, it's a sentence that, I go down past Trelawny now. Know him go down and, make a big U-turn and come back and come land. Right, and you say yes.
But Donovan, the best part for me is when we know say a plane load a yard and then it goes taxi and we land and we say thank you Jesus and we start
clapping. Not true.
That always make me want ball.
Yeah.
Me just
ball for me. I laugh and I say at the humble place me go and people clap.
Me love it. Me love it. Me clap too. Me.
Yeah, one of them.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
And even though, listen, as much as it now got stuck as a cultural thing.
Yeah.
I've read many reviews. The pilot them not like it, The pilots, for some reason, cannot understand why you would applaud them. Because they were like, what did you expect?
Hey. Let's not talk about it, right? Let's not talk about
what did you expect? I have spent hours and years doing this, right? Yeah, seriously, Jamaicans, what's the applause all about? I have 10,000 hours.
And so we just want to thank God. So we
man, the thank you Jesus and the clap.
Yes.
Right? Granted, the flights to Jamaica are usually kind of interesting, because I want to tell you, I don't know about your experiences, but we can maybe talk about that before we wrap up. Two things about the Jamaican flight. If you've like for me traveling from here, Calgary, you have to connect. We used to have seasonal direct service into Jamaica. And I think I've only flown to Jamaica direct twice from Calgary. I've never really did too like it. But when you go on the Jamaican flight, it's a whole different vibes. A whole different. The bag them bigger.
Somebody bound for eat something.
The unluggage them different. I see a man who sit down one time, put on him seatbelt and hold him on luggage, and like, I said, Bertrand, you can't do that. See, it can't fit. It can't fit. It can't fit. So that's one thing. And food. People always carry food. The Jamaican flight them. Always. And a man sit down and take out one big dish over here like Brendan. you couldn't just eat before you come. Like, what with the big dish? And look like all food from last night. Yeah, man, two things about the Jamaican flight. I mean, there's other little things. Like, some people don't understand. You look a small cup of drinks. Like, man, look up, let's give me the whole thing of drinks.
Yeah.
Like, where take this thing for?
Pay me whole heap of money too.
Yeah. But yeah, man, the big bag them, something special about the Jamaican flight. I mean, I always wonder if the crew on the airlines enjoy the Jamaican flights as much as they enjoy other places. I enjoy them. I just think it's just fun to watch the culture play itself out and all the rest of it. Not to mention the people who them know sign of the window seat them getting but them come sit down.
But they go sit down there.
That's usually.
I love my window seat and I always make sure I book it.
Yeah, man.
But when you go, somebody has to sit down in it.
And I look by you like some boy. Like, are them gonna say to you, you can't, you know want to sit down this.
Let them do you a favor.
Yeah.
Sit down this man.
Well, I tell you about only on a Jamaican flight, but may I tell you, it's fun for jump on a flight and go back home though. It's good fun. All right, listen, folks. Always good to reason. Shelly, welcome again to Gwaan. Enough vibes. We love the energy. For all the people who are on, like I said, the Rogers outage in, I suppose, at the whole of Canada has impacted this week's program. The guests that we have are Rogers customers in Ontario, and their internet service is down, and them use up the whole of them data. Like one of them made a laugh and I said, boy, your credit done. she not credit, but no, she have credit. I joke, my make, right? But they wouldn't have had stable internet using just data, and therefore we're going to reschedule the discussion on summer travel with Angella, Bennett, and Fiona Bowen. Right? We have some other great discussions that are lined up over the next couple of weeks. We're going to rejig our schedule and get it all done. But as always, great to have you guys on board. I look forward to having some more reasoning next week. All right, Shelly, I'm gonna leave you to do your real work here.
Extra peer, sir.
Yeah, talk to the producer. All right, folks, take it easy.
All right, so there you have it. Donovan, reasoning. Again, sorry we didn't have our guest, but it was a good chat. I hope you loved it. And I am very, very excited because how did we measure up to the new word of the day? We're copacetic. Prudence, nicely, Betty. Prudence was beautiful. She gave us a full sentence. No worry yourself. Everything copacetic, man. Translation in another language. Do not worry. Everything is all right. No worry. Everything copacetic. Yeah? Thank you so much, Prudence. Ooh. And here, Fran Blake Reese said, no worry about me, man. Everything copacetic. I like that, Fran. No worry about me, man. Everything copacetic. Love it. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate that. So the next thing was spot the place. In St. Thomas, tourist attraction. Hold on, let me just get to my next clue. Do you know what it is? All right, I'll tell you. Reggae Falls. Who got that? That is beautiful Reggae Falls in St. Thomas. Interestingly, I've never been there, but it's on my list. It's on my bucket list. And somebody did mention bucket lists and living it to the fullest. It's on my bucket list, and that is Reggae Falls. Thank you so very much for that. Add one to my Jamaican bucket list. Now, I am just going to invite you all to follow us on our social media, our Facebook page, our YouTube. All the previous episodes are there. Have fun. And we would love for you to send us your videos saying what a Gwaan, so we can add it to our show, because this is a community. And without you, there's no community. So send us your video, send us a clip, give us your best pose, and tell us what a Gwaan and why it is that you really want to hear about what a Gwaan. Check out our website, www.whatagwaan.ca. Send us an email. Contact us on all our socials. Thank you so very much for being here. This was my first time being a host. I love it. I will definitely see you next week. So walk good. Take care of yourself.